and welcome to another episode of My Cup of Yarn podcast. I'm Clara, I'm a knitter based in South Moravia, and this is my podcast about knitting, obviously. And I have a huge announcement today to make, and that is that I'm officially a knitwear designer. Maybe you watched my previous episode and I talked about I might write a pattern for a sweater I designed, and I was at the time I was designing a vest, which you can see here. And it happened that I wrote a pattern and just went through the process of self-publishing a pattern, and in that way I became a designer. So from now on, this channel will be probably more about my own designs and not about designs of other people, because I'm full of ideas now and I don't really want to knit anything else that besides my own ideas. So this episode will be kind of short. I want to show you my two designs, which are already finished and will be released really soon, and then some finished objects, so older ones, for which I'm currently writing a pattern, and some sneak peeks into what the future might bring. So we'll start with this vest. Last time I showed you a piece of it. I think it was the ribbing and the first meander. This is called the MEANDER VEST because of this cable pattern, and this is going to be my first self-published pattern. The release date is next Friday, September 29th. So save the date if you like the vest and you would like to support my work and buy the pattern. Then next Friday is going to be the release date. And I'll tell you something more about the vest now. So if you watched the previous episode, you know I knitted it bottom up. I finished the vest. I liked it, but the bottom-up approach was a little bit difficult to knit. So I just thought for other people it would be much easier to knit it top-down. So I ripped the whole thing back, and I knitted this version, which is a top-down version, and it's much better, much easier. The first version had also shallower armholes. They ended somewhere here, and it wasn't really impossible to wear, but it was kind of uncomfortable, at least for me. I like deeper armholes, so this version has it. So when you look at the vest, it has a twisted stitch ribbing, a meander cable pattern with bubbles, and the cable goes up along the V-neck, and there's another cable at the side which then goes into the ribbing. The back ribbing is longer than the front, but it's actually kind of optional because some people don't like the cropped front, so I think one of my test knitters make the front and back the same length. At the back there it's plain, but there is this slip stitch column, just a little detail. And the thing I liked most about this is this double knit edge. You knit it as you go, so there's no picking up stitches, nothing. It's all done. The only tricky part is you have to graft it in the middle, so here, and also here, and then attach it to the rest of the fabric, for which I have tutorials on my YouTube channel. There are more than just the grafting. There are also bind off tutorials. They are not the best quality, but I will be replacing them. So if you don't like them, I totally understand. I will record better ones. One more thing I want to mention is that the bind-off is so-called zigzag bind-off, and it looks really nice with a twisted stitch ribbing. This is how it looks with regular ribbing, which I don't like at all, but with the twisted rib, it's a really nice alternative to the tubular bind-off, I think. It looks really nice and it's really easy to do. So, this is the MEANDER VEST. The yarn is GILLIAT from the Rerum Natura. It's a French and Portuguese merino blend, woolen spun, really nice yarn. Worth the wait. I totally recommend it. This colorway is called Pepper, but the name is French, but I don't want to even try to pronounce it. So, Pepper, translated. And the yarn consumption is, I think, if you were to use this yarn, you need 2 to 3 balls of GILLIAT, and one ball is 250 grams, I think. No, maybe that's not correct. So I will put every information you need in the box down below, so please read that. And we'll move on my next design, which is a hat. Because when I finished this vest, I was like, this pattern would be such a nice on a hat. So I bought yarn and I knitted a hat, and it looks like this. Again, twisted rib, the meander pattern, and I added this center cable to fill in the empty space. The yarn is again the same blend, the same brand, but different base, a lighter base. This is a worsted and this is a sports weight. It's called ULYSSE, and the colorway is Amarante. So the hat has a triple layered brim, so it's double folded. You fold it one, you fold it for the second time, it's double folded. So on the inside you have stockinette stitch, because I personally hate when there's ribbing on the brim and then I take the hat off and I have ribbing marks on my forehead. I just don't like it. So that's why I want a stockinette on the inside and the ribbing just on the outside. When you unfold it, the hat looks like this. Stockinette, reverse stockinette, and the ribbing is on the inside. The hat is knitted bottom up, but I don't think that's really much of a problem when you want to adjust the length. The hat should look like this. So it's kind of not too tight, but it sits really nicely around your head. And then it's slightly slouchy here at the back. Of course, you can get it longer, so it will be sloucher. I just like this fit. And the brim is long enough so that it covers the reverse stockinette. And it just, with this yarn, it just stays in place and no stockinette is visible. All my testers commented that with yarn, there's alpaca content, for example, or something more slippery, it might be a problem that the brim would kind of move and show the stockinette part, but I think that's easily solved by knitting the stockinette section shorter and start the cable sooner, and in that way you just don't have to worry about it showing. So this is the MEANDER hat. This is the MEANDER vest, my very first designs. The vest is going to be released on the September 29 and the hat 1 week after, October the 6th. So if you like any of these patterns, please save the date, please buy them and support me. It would be I would be immensely grateful if if those were successful patterns. What else can I say about these? I mean, I really love the hat. I think I got the fit really, really nice. It's not too tight, not too loose with my dissenters also. That is really comfortable, so I'm immensely grateful for that. I was even lucky when I was designing it. Okay, so this is what's finished. Now I will show you what I'm working on or will be working on. A lot of my testers knitted this hat in lighter color, and usually it was like a greenish, yellowish colorway, and I really like that. And just thought, okay, I need a yellowish hat, but I didn't want to knit another meander pattern because I'm kind of, not fed up already, but it was like a lot of meanders recently. So I bought again this yarn in this colorway, which is beautiful, by the way. I think it's really beautiful. And I made a swatch, which I have here. Again, it will be a cabled hat. And this is my swatch, how it's gonna look like, or just a sneak peek of it. That is going to be the main pattern of the hat. Now I'm swatching for the ribbing because I think there will be a difference in gauge. So I need to swatch for both parts, the brim and the hat and the body of the hat. And I think I'll cast on tomorrow. And the next whip I have is a sweater, a really warm autumn sweater. And if you follow me on my Instagram, you know how it looks, or how it looked about a week ago. My idea was to knit a really warm and long sweater with half turtleneck and a structured yoke with a deep brim and pockets. And I finished the sweater, and I didn't. I re-knitted the yoke about 5 times until I was really satisfied with it, and then I finished the whole body, and I stopped liking it. So I really like the pattern, which I'm going to show you now. This is the pattern. So it has color pro cables and some bubbles. But I stopped liking it on this sweater. And so as you can see, I'm already in the process of separating it. So I'm going to separate the yoke and the body. And I'm already knitting the yoke again. So the neck is finished, and now I'm knitting some shoulder rows because I want it to sit approximately like this. So that it's higher on the back and lower on the shin. But this is how the body looks. Okay. In this way. So it's going to be a longer sweater because it was inspired by me going into the woods with my children. So I needed something long and warm, and they always pick up everything and they want me to carry it. So there are pockets here, and I wanted the pockets to start with the ribbing, so it would be somewhat hidden, or it was not that prominent. And the pocket is really a pocket. It's not attached to the ribbing. It looks like that, and you just put it inwards. It's sort of afterthought or forethought pocket. You can see there's a hole prepared for the next one. I haven't knit this one because I need to record a tutorial on how to pick up stitches, and just have to knit a pocket. So after I will separate these, I'm just going to knit the yoke and the sleeves. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I will run out of yarn, so I need to order some more. This is base BADANA by Retrosaria, and I had to order this wool directly from Lisbon because none of my local yarn shops have this base. So I'm kind of not happy about the shipping cost again, but I'm actually I have another design in mind, and for that I would need again one ball of Retrosaria yarn, a specific one which is not available in the Czech Republic. So I will order it together, and what for? I will be fingering with kind of blouse slash light sweater, and the inspiration for that came from the traditional Russian folklore. So I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe color work sweater. And that's probably it. Oh, I wanted to tell you about the BADANA yarn because I really like the story behind it. BADANA is a sheep breed native to Portugal, and nowadays the farmers don't know what to do with the fleece because no one wants it. Previously, it was used for carpets, I think, and now no one wants it. So in the Retrosaria, they decided to to buy the fleece from the farmers and turn it into BADANA yarn. It's very similar to Litlopi, so rustic, lightweight, super warm. So if you ever worked with Litlopi, this feels the same. It's less fuzzy though, so the fuzzy is not that much. So I can actually show it to you. Like it's not that fuzzy yarn. Litlopi is fuzzier, definitely fuzzier. And the last thing I wanted to mention, I already talked about this sweater. It's called RUSKA Pullover. And the sun is shining through the window, so I hope the light is alright. So this is my very first design, but I have not written the pattern for it yet. And it's a cabled pullover with kind of untraditional construction because you start here at the left sleeve, you need the sleeve, you need the shoulder, you need the front yoke, back yoke, shoulder, and then sleeve again. Then you pick up the stitches alongside the yoke, and then you knit in the round to the end. There is also this cable pattern which goes down the sweater, and here is the hem. The hem in the back is longer than that in the front, and I wasn't really sure how much I would wear this sweater, and I wear it a lot. It's really comfortable. I really love it. The yarn is perfect, and I'm currently writing the pattern, and it's almost finished. I think I'll be calling for test knitters in about 2 to 3 weeks. So if you'd like to participate in this test knit, you are welcome to apply. And which brings me to my last part of this video, which is where to buy the patterns, how to apply for test knits, and so on. So if you don't need to hear about those things, you can leave. Bye for now. If you're interested, please stay with me and I'll explain everything. So the patterns will be available in my Ravelry store. So if you are used to Ravelry, you will know what to do. As of now, I'm not going to open my own eShop where you can buy the patterns, but I think I will do that if the patterns are like selling, and if I definitely want to stick to the designing part of my life, but you know, everything costs money, so I have to take smaller steps and go more slowly. But I was also thinking about that I have an Instagram account and I'm really active there. So if you follow me on the Instagram, you can see what I'm designing, what I'm knitting, even the snippets from my personal life. And I also created a Ravelry group. It's called Klarapushin Knitwear Design. So if you want to join the group, please do. And all the test knits and call for test knitters takes place there. And there's also a thread called What I'm Designing, but you really have to open the thread and read it to see what I do. And the other thing, not everyone has an Instagram, not everyone has a Ravelry account. So I'm creating a blog. Currently, I want to launch it together with the West pattern, so next week. And what will you find on the blog will be I want to post there. I don't know, once or twice a month, and it will be summary of what I'm working on and so on. I already wrote one blog post, and that's information about my person and how I learned to crochet, to knit, and who taught me that, and so on. So if you're interested in my history of my craft history, you can read that in a week probably, and otherwise I will write updates there, so with photos, and as you can see by swatches and what I'm about to knit and what I'm designing. And there will be also a category called designs, and there will be subcategories like vests, sweaters, hats, and in those categories you can find my patterns with information like gauge, needles, sizes, information which are usually found on Ravelry page of the project or of the pattern, together with photos. And there will be also a link to Ravelry. And I hope that in the future you will be able to buy those patterns directly from the site, because like blogs or websites are generally available to everyone, and you don't need an account anywhere to read that. And also I'm going to set up a newsletter. So if it's something you'd like to read, like be notified when there's a blog post, you can sign up to my newsletter. And I'm thinking about releasing a free pattern also, which will be again available only to those who subscribe to the newsletter. But we'll see. It will be probably this hat, this yellowish hat, which would be the free pattern. And I think that's the sun is shining. I think that's really, and it's really warm, so I'm going to. Oh, am I? I look like a little boy. I think that's all for today. I don't know what else. I look funny. I don't know what else to say about this. Otherwise, I had kind of a lot of whips. Unfortunately, I totally lost my mojo to finish them because I have so many of my own ideas. But I think I'll rip them back. And yesterday I got a really nice idea for a cardigan, like off-white cardigan. So the off-white one I was knitting, I will rip it back and knit my own. So that's I think that's really all I wanted to say today. It's a very short video. Just to summarize it, Meander Vest is coming out next Friday. Meander Hat 1 week after, October the 6th and September the 29th. And I will be calling for test knitters soon because of the RUSKA pullover, and probably even for this brown sweater, which doesn't have a name yet. But if you have any suggestions for how to name it, please suggest anything. And also the hat. I almost written the pattern for the hat, so I just need to knit my sample, and then I will also need test knitters. So, and one more thing, you can apply for a test knit via Google Forms. So in my Ravelry group, I will share the link to the Google form. It's a questionnaire you need to fill, and usually I run the call runs for 1 week. After 1 week, I select my test knitters and write them via email. If you so if you don't get an answer from my side, you haven't been selected for the testnet, but you can be lucky next time. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, and if you sign up to the newsletter, I will also like contact those who subscribed about test calls. So Ravelry group and the blog. That's it, I think. So that's really all for today. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, or you can contact me on Instagram, via email, or even on Ravelry. Every information is again down below. And I hope I see you soon. Bye!